Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Today we are kicking off the makeup portion of my 2022 inventory. In this video we will be covering primers, anything related to foundations, concealers, correctors, setting sprays, powders, things like that. A lot of these categories did go down a little. One or two of them did not. There's one that is just you guys will see it in a minute, but yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with where these categories went this year, and I'm excited to work on some new products, and I'm excited to finish some products that I couldn't manage to finish off last year. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, we are kicking off my makeup inventory with face primers. I had 23 face primers last year and currently I have 21, so I'm very happy that this category went down by 2. I used up 3 of the face primers I had last year, and this is the new one that came in. This is the Bobbi Brown Face Base. I'm really enjoying this. I'm currently reviewing it. I have been working on this Revlon Photo Ready primer for the majority of last year. As you can tell, this bottle is empty, but I have depotted the contents into another container. This is still going strong. I'm guessing I probably have 2 more months of product depotted. And then I have this Becca First Light primer in a project as well, in my 50 Shades of Purple. So I sometimes use this. This project only goes until April, so I should start working on this. I might stop working on this once this project ends in April and go to one of these other primers. I'm not sure. It would be good to knock out a couple more of these little ones this year. So I might find projects for some of these little ones to try and use them up. I don't know. I also need to see which ones are my oldest. Some of these are older than others, so maybe I'll just go for the oldest one that I have. But currently, these are the 2 that I'm working on, and this is the new one that came in, and I finished 3 in the past year. All basically deluxe sample sizes. Here is my inventory of BB and CC creams. I had 8 last year and I'm back down to 7. 7 seems to be my comfort zone with this category. I'm having a hard time breaking below that number. I am currently working on this MAC Lightful C, but I've been, oh look at how dirty that is. I have been working on it for like 2 years, so I mean hopefully I could finish it off this year, but I probably said that in my inventory last year as well, so I've been known to lie about these things. I would love to throw the sample of the Drunk Elephant one into a project this year. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I need to make sure I focus on that one first. When will I tackle this gigantic tube of IT Cosmetics? Never. I don't know. One day. Someday I will do it. I promise. This is the shade Light and this is the shade Medium, but in this lighting they look exactly the same. I don't know. But I'm glad to be down 1 for this category. Okay, this is my category of liquid foundations. I was at 20 last year and I am at 19 this year. I did manage to use 1 foundation up. By that measure, I have about 19 years worth of foundation here, so that's not great. I did have this one in a project last year. I didn't really get a lot of use out of it. I would like to continue working on it for this year, but during a seasonal project in the summer. And this one started out in Project 10 uses last year, but I ended up using this a ton. I've probably used it, I don't know, at least 30 times since putting it in that project. And so I have decided to put this in a project for this year and to see if I could finish it out. Right now, for some reason, I am very pale. I am very pale and I am very neutral. And almost all of these foundations are either too dark or too warm for my skin. And I don't know why, because at one point I was all of these colors. Well, I was never that color. But I've been all of these colors in the past, and currently I am really not any of them. So this is really the only liquid foundation that I have right now that matches me. At least I think it is. So I have decided to put this one in a project to finish off, and I would like to put this back in a seasonal project in a few months. But I am glad that this category went down by 1. I did not purchase any new foundations this year. I just used one up. Okay, I've decided to combine 2 posts together once again. These are my foundations that are either in a jar, a pan, or a stick. I did have a separate post of just my foundation sticks for the last few years, but yeah, I decided to finally combine them. So previously I had 11 for this combined category, and now I'm down to 10. I did finish off one jar or container, like a foundation in a compact last year. So I'm really happy to have this category go down by 1. At the moment, I don't have any plans for any of these to be in a project. I would like to find something for this RCMA compact to go into this year. I don't know how or when that will happen, but I would like to put that in a project at some point this year. But for now, I don't have any immediate plans for any of these to be in a project. I'm just happy that this category went down by 1. Very happy. And I didn't buy any. No new ones came in. So I used up 1, nothing new came in. We're down by 1. Okay, this next category are my loose powders. Some of these are more like setting powders. Some of these are foundation powders. I've never separated the 2 out. I really should one of these days. But, you know, most of these well, not even most of them. Some of these Bare Minerals are like Mineral Veil, which I consider a setting powder, and some are the foundation. So there's a little bit of everything in this grouping here. I had 20 last year, and this year I have 19. I did manage to use up a deluxe sample. So really happy to have this number go down by 1. I haven't really been working on these much lately, so I've decided to put one of these little guys in a project for this year. This is the Makeup Forever HD powder. This is very famous for causing horrible flashback on celebrities, which I find hysterical. I don't plan to have my picture taken that often, so I don't think that'll be an issue for me. But I would like to use that up and move it on out this year. But yeah, those are all my plans for this year. I did not buy any new powders this year, so this category just went down by 1 because I used one up. So hopefully it'll go down by 1 more next year. Okay, here are my pressed powders. Like the loose ones, there are a combination of like translucent setting powders as well as foundation powders, and I haven't sorted them out here either. Some of these are better for the under eye, some of them are better for my all over face. So it's just a hodgepodge of every pressed powder I own. I had 20 last year and I have 20 this year. I did finish one last year and I didn't buy any, but this one right here is a Anasui powder, and I've had this in my blush inventory for years. And last year I discovered that this is not a blush, it is a setting powder. I had no idea. I looked at this and I just assumed it was a blush. But when I actually started using it, nope, it's a setting powder. It's like a translucent setting powder. I don't know how that's possible, but this ended up moving into this category from my blush category. It is amazing that no matter how old I get, no matter how long I've owned this makeup, I am still discovering things about it from year to year. I've also been working on this Clinique sample. This is just called Gentle Glow, I think. Yeah, it's called Gentle Glow. And so I am going to continue working on this one for this year. I think I should be able to get this out in 2022 and out of my inventory. And at this time, I don't have plans to work on any of these. I've been talking a lot about dipping into some of these powder foundations this summer, so I might try that. We'll see. But for now, this is the new one that came in from another category. I did not buy any pressed powders. I used one up and I am working on this one. Okay, same old, same old. I've had 3 depotted setting powders for many years and I still have the same 3. I haven't touched these at all in the past year. I think you guys know that I would love to get around to panning one of these, particularly that little guy right there. But as of right now, I do not have plans for any of these to go into a project. Hopefully that will change, but that's where we're at. Same 3 from last year. Okay, here is the collection of color correctors. We are down to just 6 this year. There's been quite a few changes in this category. So I did finish 1 color corrector last year. That was my City Color corrector, and currently I am working on these 2 right now. This is my only green color corrector. All of my other color correctors are like a pinky, peachy, salmony shade for the under eyes. 1 new one did come in, this Bobbi Brown color corrector in light bisque. I've had this before and I've panned it, and I was able to get a new one through Octoly for review, so I'm really glad to have another one. And the other big change is that 1 color corrector has finally moved out of this category and into another one. I'll be talking about it in just a little bit, but even though it is marketed as a color corrector, I am no longer keeping it as a color corrector. I found another way to pan it. Can you think of what it is? Do you remember which color corrector is not here that was here last year? I wonder. So anyways, we are down to 6, even though I only finished 1 and 1 new one came in. But because 1 moved to a different category, this category went down. I probably will spend all of this year working on this. I don't think there'll be much time left over in the year to work on anything else. But if I should pan this shade, I'll probably go to the Pixie color corrector. I think that's the oldest one out of all of these, and it's about half gone. So I think once I finish this one, I'll use the Pixie. And once the green is gone, it's just going to be gone. I'm not going to replace the green color corrector. I think it is nice to color correct around my nose, but I think I have concealers that can do the same job, so I don't plan on repurchasing that once it's gone. Okay, this is my category for concealers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little devastated. This category went up by 1. I was at 28 last year and I am at 29 this year. I did not finish a single concealer in the year of 2021. I don't know how that's possible. I use it every single day that I wear makeup. And I bought 1, so my category went up by 1. I picked up this Marc Jacobs Extra Shot when it was 50% off on Sephora, at Sephora. And the ones that I've been working on for the majority of last year are these 2 right here. And recently I've been working on this Realness of Concealness. The one that I have the most progress on is this Edward Bess Concealing Stick. It's, I think, more than halfway gone at this point. Yeah, I think that's more than halfway gone. And I do like it for an under eye concealer. It does brighten and color correct just a little. So I plan to finish this off in 2022. I've also been working on this MAC concealer. This is more of my like spot correcting concealer. It's too dark. I can use it as an under eye concealer in the summer, but the rest of the year I can't use this because it's too dark, so I just spot conceal with it. And I have made a lot of good progress, but as you can tell, there's just a ton of product in there. And then just recently I've started using this Realness of Concealness Duo as a foundation. And that's kind of been working for me this winter. So I have found a project to roll this into once again to keep working on it and maybe finish this off this year. So I am disappointed that this number did go up. I'm very disappointed, but it would be great to have this number go down by 2 for next year, and we'll see about this guy. Once I eventually finish off this Edward Bess concealer, I don't know what I'm going to use. I'll have to think about it. We'll see. I do think that some of these concealers are just too dark for me to use as a concealer, and I might end up panning them as a foundation. I don't know. We will see. I would like to experiment with that this year, maybe through Project 10 Uses or something. But yeah, this category went up to 29. Oh, I'm devastated. That's where we're at. Okay, this is the last category for this segment of my inventory. These are my setting sprays. Setting sprays were taken off of my low buy list, and like a lot of other categories that were taken off of my low buy list, this category more than doubled. So we are currently at 9 setting sprays. Last year I only had 4. I finished 1 of the 4 from last year and I bought 6. So that's why this category went up by 5, more than double. I'm currently working on, the top row are all of the new ones that came in, and the bottom row are all of the ones I had last year. I'm currently working on this NYX matte finish setting spray. This bottle's actually empty because I depotted it into a bottle with a sprayer that I love. I love the Urban Decay all-nighter spray bottles, the best. So it's sitting in that bottle, but this is the one I'm currently working on. I also sometimes use this Make It Dewy in the winter, which, I mean, technically it's now winter. I guess I should be using this, but I'm still reaching for this one more. But this is more than halfway gone, and I would like to finish this one up this year as well. I finally used this Too Faced Peach Mist for the first time this year. It is amazing. This is the most amazing summertime setting mist. If you have oily skin at all, you will love this. I don't think it's available anymore. I don't know why they discontinued this. This is a magnificent product, and I would have bought 100 of them if I would have known that they were talking about discontinuing it. To be honest, I'm not even sure if it's discontinued or not, but this is an amazing setting spray for the summer if you have oily skin. And I bought a couple of Urban Decay, what are they called? Urban Decay setting sprays. The, why can't I think of it? All-nighter. There we go. The all-nighter setting sprays. I got this Coola with SPF. I picked up these 2 Smashbox ones. And then, of course, this one. So I'm currently working on these 2. I'm saving this one for summer. I haven't really used this Cover FX one at all yet. Hopefully this category will start going down. I should probably add this category back onto my no-buy list because this number doubled. And apparently when I don't have strict boundaries and rules, my numbers double. That's probably the lesson I learned this year. The low buy is working. But yeah, we're at 9 for this category now. Okay, so that is going to be it for this part of my inventory. I will see you back here again tomorrow with part 2 of my makeup inventory. Thank you so very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.